Okay, we're moving into a very different rhythm, I feel. Still 16th note based because we are dividing the beats up into 4 parts. So, we got some dotted eighth notes happening. So, been a while since we talked about dotted things, so just a reminder, when you dot something, you extend the length of that note by half. So it's like 1.5 times. So if we have a whole note and then we dot it to a dotted whole note, we go from 4 beats long to 6. Dotted half note would go from 2 beats to 3. So a half note is 2 beats, dotted half note is 3. Dotted quarter note is a beat and a half. So here, dotted eighth note is 3/16 long, because 1/8 note is 2/16 notes long. Add half of that, you got your 3. So there's a couple ways we could have written this, but I went with I feel like would be a more common thing, and because if we did write it like this, I mean, that just looks terrible. I hate that. Don't write it like that. It's awful. But it would be the same thing. You might come across that in something. Hopefully you don't, because that's just ugh. So that's what we're working with here. So this dotted eighth note, dotted eighth note, being 3/16 notes long, is followed by a 16th note tied to an eighth note. So that is also 3/16 notes long. That's kind of a tongue twister. 16th, 3, anyway. And then we got your eighth note there. So this is a rhythm I highly recommend, at least to start, use your ghost strums. Because it's basically a 3-3-2, 3-3-2 going on here. So what do I mean? 3/16 notes, 3/16 notes, 2/16 notes. Remember, eighth note is 2/16 notes long. So looking up here at our 16th note count, we come in on the 1. It's got 1, 2, 3, and then we hit on the A of 1. 1, 2, 3. Hit on the and of 2. So 1, and 3, and 1, and 3, and. That's our rhythm. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. It's a little bit odd. It's a fairly common rhythm. Maybe not so much in metal too often, but it does happen out there for sure. So, using that chord again, and again using the ghost drums can really help to make sure that you're in the right position to hit the chord again, the right position within the beat, that is. So here we go. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So thinking of it like that can be very, very helpful to make sure you get this kind of rhythm down. 100. 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't change chords. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jesus. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, like at that pace, I'm just relying on the ghost drums to get a good feel of when I'm coming in. You could still count the whole but man, that's tough to do out loud at that pace. 140. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's try 180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Whew, that's fast. So here you might opt for just doing all downstrokes. If you get pretty fast and you notice that the ghost drums are an absolute nightmare, then it might be time to try just doing all downstrokes. But be very, very careful of how you're spacing it out. So if it feels like you have any doubts, if you are being accurate with doing all downstrokes, nothing but downstrokes, play it safe, don't move on, and maybe even just work it up with all downstrokes at some point. But I highly recommend, at least for the first few days, keep the ghost drums in to help you really feel that rhythm and know exactly how it's supposed to be spaced out. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Because that ain't easy. Alright, let's try 160 for the repeats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Take 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Go to 150. That's a tough one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll get you those fast speeds with that kind of rhythm. It's a hell of a brain twister. Okay, so I remember you mentioned the speeds you were getting for like the previous sweep thing, and you considered going down to eighth notes. Nothing wrong with doing that, but maybe let's approach this a little different for the week. So just work on like the G7 by itself and not repeat it. So work on just work that up by itself, and then work the F major 7 up by itself. Just the one time. And maybe do that for the first couple of days. And then after that, you go into playing it twice. And then finally put the whole thing together. So let's give that a try. Alright, so just working on that much right there at the 60. 1. Should we change this up a little bit? There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. 160. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 200. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. And then you work on just that much. 1, 2, 3, 4. 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. 160. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 200. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then work on playing it twice. And because of what we're trying to do, like the full picture, we want to go to that 8th fret at the end there. So this way you practice the transition. So back to the 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. 160. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do it again. 1, 2, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a... Not like that ending. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. There. All right. 200. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And then you work on that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. 160. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 200. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you try the whole thing. So again, like the first couple of days, just do each individual arpeggio. Then like days 3 and 4, do that by itself. Do this by itself. And then the last day or 2, 5 or 6, days 5 or 6, then you try the whole thing. So I think doing it like that can really help you be more prepared for the whole thing. So a lot of times, like when I'm doing stuff like this, really challenging things, just doing tiny pieces can be a tremendous help. So instead of like, throwing yourself at all 4 bars from the get-go, just do 1, and then eventually 2, and then a little bit more. So yeah, breaking it down into small pieces can be extremely helpful. I've had a lot of good results by doing that. So yeah, give this approach a try for the week. All right, whole thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. $120. 1, 2, 3, 4. 160. I get nervous with this one because this is a pattern that kicks my butt. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 200. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo! All right, going for the old 240. What? 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo! Had to make some ugly guitar faces to pull that off. All right, next scale memorization thing. Got 2 strings at a time. And for the theory work, same thing as before, but this time in the key that has 1 sharp. And that's all the hint I'm going to give. But I think you know what that is, or at least you know how to figure it out. So yeah, the strings you start on, once again, are at the end here. Yeah, send it on in once you got it filled out. Any questions, let me know. I will see you again next week.